I just want to fucking clarify, of course, like my whole sole motivation on the internet is literally just fun. You know, the whole Medicare, just laughing online. I like that mentality. But Keffels is somebody that has enormous weight on social media, that if they decide that you're just not somebody that just wants to laugh and just doesn't really care about things, instead you might be somebody that wants, you know, trans people fucking harm. In reality, it's like you never fucking think about that shit.
Normally I say like that's ridiculous, and for the most part I think a lot of it is. I think the trans genocide discourse is fucking stupid. There's no trans genocide. But like this kind of hits different after we just watched a video of Jeremy saying that someone should be fired because they said trans women are women.
Well, Jeremy's
like,
not.
You can say it's cringe.
Jeremy has
you can
nothing
disagree
to do with
it.
me. Jeremy has nothing to do with me. I'm not on Jeremy's side.
No, I get that. It's just like I never saw somebody do that before with like that big of a platform. Just be like, oh, okay, that's your position. You should lose your job.
So what is that like?
That's crazy.
What does that tell you? Like that the community's fucked up, or that Keffels is a point, or what do you? What does that tell you?
No, I don't think Keffels is a point because I don't know. Did you follow any of the trans genocide stuff at all?
What people saying that they're? I know Vosh made some video last year saying that there was gonna be a genocide on trans people.
You have no idea. There was like a panel that was done by this like insufferable poly people or whatever. Every debate I've ever seen poly people and the bitch is retarded, like absolutely fucking retarded. Like tried to attack Mind Waves. Mind Waves is like a leftist streamer or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I don't see any trans genocide here. It just sounds like you want me to call it a genocide so you can, I guess, farm sympathy.
Right.
It's the same way that like a lot of these guys complain saying like, oh, they said all trans people are fucking pedophiles. All LGBTQ people are fucking groomers. Something that happens all over Twitter all the time. If you don't like that, then why do you say that like you're being fucking genocided? Like, why don't words mean anything anymore? Right? That was kind of the main takeaway.
Okay.
Is that like, why are you guys being super fucking hyperbolic and stuff? So like this trans genocide stuff, which has been defended by Vosh, defended by Demon Mama, and Demon Mama's been like the worst of it with all defended by poly people. Like it's just been like super fucking cringe. I think that's really stupid.
And somebody says Jeremy is not a rare case. The right has been doing this so much lately. Vosh has actually read about this to an extent. You haven't seen what the right has been doing lately. Oh, trust me, I see everything the right does. All of the right, okay? I follow all of it very fucking closely. I see what everything does. Again, this is like just entering two different worlds to me. I will never be able to be convinced that words on the fucking internet are worthy of conversation or discussion or,
yeah, I don't,
kind of and it extends to misgendering, not in the sense of like, I want people to go out there and fucking misgender people. It's not my issue. I don't fucking care. But I also don't really care. People complain about it in the fucking chat, for instance, right? Like I'll mod against it, but I don't you can't convince me that this is a large issue that I should be emotionally invested into, because I'm not.
I'll explain what I mean. All right, this is really easy. I'm not desensitized enough to how actually forward people are with Life Ruination these days. It's like
nobody. Yeah,
I don't know. I felt like the mask slipped a couple months ago.
Nobody actually cares about doxing or anything except for us.
Yeah,
and we are so stupid and so
true.
naive that we actually thought that everyone else on the internet cared about doxing. They don't.
Doxing, like I don't know. These are because like Jeremy's the guy. Jeremy came in to defend us with the whole sponsors thing.
Right.
So it's just like I don't know. It's so weird how out of pocket people are with Life Ruination.
Yeah. See, when I do shit on the fucking internet, I'm thinking like, oh, you know, I'm in an argument with somebody. What should I do? How should I, you know, navigate this argument? What are the things that I should do? What are the things that I shouldn't do? When people get into arguments online, they don't think like that at all. Nobody does that. People are just like, I'm fucking mad and I'm controlled by my fucking emotions. So whatever I feel like doing at the moment, I'll do. And whatever the consequences I reap from that, I'll deal with it later. That's how people deal with the internet.
The first guy who says something and makes a big fucking splash on whatever side of the fucking political aisle he's on, eventually they're gonna get rung in. Like this fucking stuff's gonna get checked after a while. I think it will be or whatever. I mean, I think right now your stock, if you're doing drama stock, should be in like documenting all the cases of like open advocacy for like Life Ruination into platforming that I see all over fucking Twitter right now, because it's gonna be real rich when one of these guys get hit, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? Like, you can't do this to me. But why?
And if you listen to people's excuses for justifying it too, they're always just like, well, I've been doxxed, or, you know, Life Ruination happens to me, so fuck it, happens to everyone else too.
I'm not like surprised when I see a leftist that's pro deplatforming, but I'm really fucking surprised when I see a right winger that is. Yeah. Maybe it's just because I'm so desensitized to the other guys doing it.
Well, okay, but I'll tell you why there's a lot of right wingers that are abandoning their values in this, because they have been fucked over so raw by the establishment, by the left, doxed, Life Ruination, everything on the fucking planet that's unethical has been done to them. So they're so demoralized that they were either already bad guys from the start, or they've been so fucking demoralized that they just don't give a shit anymore. They're just like, fuck it.
I feel like I empathized with the message more when it was like, all right, you're on the back foot. We need them to stop doing this. Okay, I think that nobody should be engaged.
Yeah, it's like practice. Okay, it's like when Nick Fuentes gets like banned or whatever,
you get, like, a
and
lick
then
of power, and then you start like enforcing the same rules on everybody else.
It's like when Nick Fuentes gets like banned or whatever from YouTube, and then he's going in streams at like saying like, I'm cool with flagging, I don't fucking care, flag whatever, and then everybody else is like, yo, what the fuck, dude? You're a right winger. You should not be saying this. And then he's just like, well,
it's fucking gay. It's so gay. Yeah, it's literally, I don't know. I empathize with why he feels that way. It's just, I don't know. It just seems like everybody's on.
The thing is that what they would say is that we just live in a naive bubble where ethics still exist and should be upholded. And they're saying
well, you just live in scorched earth where there's absolutely no like stable
exactly
income, which is like, it's a naive situation to want stable income and for people to be successful. I don't want to live in a constant state of scorched earth.
But that's the fucking battle. We think all those people are psychotic and they think that we're all naive. This is the conflict of interest that's going on here.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think everyone, oh God, sorry, I'm not going to say
good one.
No, I think everybody wants the same thing. It's just their method to go about it is probably wrong.
Yeah, I think generally like half of the people want what's best for the world, and then the other half of the people want what's best for themselves. And there's people on the left and the right that apply to both categories, obviously. This is the other thing too, since we're on a somewhat political topic. If you're obsessed with the left versus the right, you are just obsessed with totally the wrong paradigm, okay? That is not, left versus right doesn't fucking mean anything hardly at this point, because every attribute you think, no, this is true, and this is what we're talking about.
No, I agree. I'm not writing you.
Because you're sitting here saying stuff like, how the right, people on the right are supporting censorship against people on the left. It's like, well, yeah, because the attributes you think that apply to left wingers and right wingers are really more fucking, that's not the right paradigm to look at the world. It's not really what's happening here.
I need to pull this up just because this is literally your argument. And look, I have to preface this because people are going to take it the super wrong way.
You're going to send me the horseshoe theory or whatever?
No. Okay, this is horseshoe theory Velma edition. Look,
wait, what?
I got no problem. I have no problem, right? Me and Tommy are on good terms. But this is the crazy.
This is the start of the. This is the start of the fucking Tommy C debate.
No. I'm really not shitting on Tommy here. I just think he's just. He's just off. All right, but this is a crazy tweet. All right.
I may have to watch Velma. I'm being told that everyone is being trolled with this one. That the over-the-top woke presentation is deliberate. This may be a goof, and with all great goofs, both sides get offended and few get it. This joke does not look at all that woke. Exactly, I spit truth without a filter. Like every comedian before, #me too. So this is like supposed to be like a secretly based joke.
I think that politics has poisoned everybody's fucking brain. Because Tommy thinks the Velma show is a psyop by conservatives to make woke people look stupid.
Oh my God. Mike fucking Lopez, better hope nobody shows this to Tommy. This is gonna be the stream tomorrow. This is the Tommy.
No, listen. I empathize with Tommy here because I understand being in a state of shock.
I empathize with Tommy C.
Yeah. Listen. I understand being in a state of shock that a show is so awful that you need what is it called? An existential reason. Or whatever. Is that the one? Which is the one that means like ghosts? I don't know. You need to find like a different power or something to explain why the show is as awful. I watched half of an episode today. It is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
So why is Velma black?
Velma's actually Indian. Shaggy is black.
Okay.
And Scooby is a black woman and Shaggy's love interest.
So what's the deal here? Is this show just a giant right-wing joke?
The thing is, so I'm picking Tommy's tweet because it's like the one I saw. But like there's a lot of people, like the lefties are like, this is a fucking stupid right-wing show, and the right-wing are like, super fucking left-wing show. And I feel like everybody's so political brain that it's just like,
so nobody knows what the fuck this is.
The show just sucks. All the jokes are bad. None of them land.
I've seen this all over Twitter. I haven't even seen the fucking trailer.
The thing is, we're being political team sports about Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I always hate when like political people they'll make videos. They'll be like, "Why Beauty and the Beast is right wing?" It's like what, or they'll be like, "Why this piece of media is objectively communist?" It's like,
we
what?
Used to hate Sanderwall for doing this 5 years ago. If you made a video about how a movie is political, which everything's kind of political to a degree, right? They're writing stories that are like.
Oh, we're ceding that point to Xander Hall because he made that argument 3 years ago, and we laughed at him. We called him retarded for that.
Yeah, I don't think it's like the main intent, but I do think like politics influences everything to a degree. Yeah, probably.
Among Us is political. By the way, this show looks like total fucking booty, dude.
But the point is, I feel like 5 years ago it was like, oh, you're bringing fucking politics into entertainment. Leave that shit out of here. Now it's like racing to see who won this piece of media. Like, oh, is this the wokies who are running this, or is it the counterculture who wins this? And it's just like, it doesn't matter if the shows are good or bad or why they're good or bad anymore. It just feels like every fucking show is like a political fight on Twitter, and it's so disgusting. It's cringe.
That is the thing too. It's like political movements are so fucking cancer. They have to interject themselves into every single every topic, even YouTube drama. Xander comes in, he's like, I need to make this a left-wing echo chamber to rule, to dominate, to vote Vosh as president of the Communist Party of America. It's like, dude, let us do our thing. All right. Now, in the end, I actually am glad that the political people invaded because their drama is fucking hilarious and fun to follow. But
I was 100% right on that. Willie Mack's show is totally fucking wrong. He told me it was the cringiest thing to possibly do. And every new political person that we've come across who has been terrible or awesome. Like, there's no in between.
People in the chat are scoffing at us saying that everything is political, but let me give you guys an analogy that makes this make sense. All right. Think of politics as like 3D glasses, but like once you learn politics, you have permanent 3D glasses like stuck to your fucking eyes where like you see shit and you see patterns and you see discussion and discourse where like somebody that doesn't know jack shit about politics doesn't see it. So us saying that everything is political because we're poisoned by politics might not make sense to half of you guys in the chat because you guys don't follow politics. So you guys are like, what? Nothing is political. I don't pay any attention to that shit. But in reality, it's all around you. You just aren't paying attention to it because you don't care, which is probably good.
The thing is like most media is related to in some way, shape, or form lived experience. People write about things they know, or they write about fantasy land that they wish they knew about. And to think that those can't be tampered with or like influenced by their political leanings or their upbringing in some way, shape, or form is pretty ignorant. I think for the most part, even if it's not like outwardly like having a political motive, there's some sort of like political leaning that you could, I guess, find or identify with in some of the media and most of the media you'll consume. Yeah. I don't think Teletubbies is political, to be fair, so I can't secede all ground. But.
I mean, obviously, okay, not every literal thing is political, but you can derive political meaning from anything, probably. Even Teletubbies. Teletubbies is actually a fascist show. Teletubbies is like a, dude, if there was ever gonna be a white ethno state, I would love for it to be in the Teletubbies world.
When I was a kid, they took Teletubbies, they made it black and white and grainy, and they put horror music on them dancing, and it scared the shit out of me.
Speech.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Can I watch Teletubbies in black and white? Dude, what the fuck? Why did somebody make this? Teletubbies in black and white. It looks so different. Jesus, this looks like Nazi, like child, like fucking some cartoon they made for like little German boys to fucking learn about.